Hello, YouTube. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. There's a dog. Hello, dog. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. There's a pothole as well. I'm just cruising around today. I wanted to talk more about men's mental health awareness. Sorry, I've tried to do this take like a million times, and that's just a tongue twister for me. But anyways, so I talked a little bit in the last video about mental health and music and stuff like that, because it is a healthy outlet for me. I want to talk about some of the mental health stuff that I've been through. If you guys don't care about this and mental health isn't real to you, that's cool too. Don't be depressed, it makes you sad kind of shit, that's cool too, whatever. For me, I've always kind of dealt with a lot of things. Anxiety being a huge one, depression being a huge one, and as I'm going through therapy in my 30s, I'm learning a lot more about myself, learning a lot more about trauma and the effect of, you know, different events in my life that I kind of have always like shrugged off. And then as you get older and you uncover these things, and or you like have a conversation with like another person and you're like, yeah, you know, my dad used to fucking beat me and throw me against the wall, and they're like, what? You're like, yeah, you just know, that's dad being dad. And they're like, that isn't okay that he did that. And you're like, oh, well, damn. And that's that's where the dark humor and shit fucking comes up and all that shit. Anyways, for those of you guys that also, and girls too, it's not just men's mental health that matters. For those of you guys that also deal with this kind of stuff, I do feel for you guys. And if anything, you guys want to talk about stuff that you deal with, or if something that I talk about resonates with you and you want to talk more about it, the comments are there for you. Currently, I still deal with a lot of anxiety. As I have started doing YouTube and Twitch and everything full time and have kind of become more sheltered, I don't have like as many social interactions with people in real life other than like my family. Social anxiety has definitely skyrocketed, and just anxiety in general. I have had OCD for as long as I can remember. The germaphobe side of it, I've talked about a little bit before, but the germaphobe side of it has definitely been a part of my life. And guy looked like he was in like a early 2000s Limp Bizkit video shoot. Anyways, the germaphobe part of it kind of skyrocketed when I worked in a warehouse. I was, I think, like 18, and for one, we would have cans of like drinks, soda, whatever, and they'd be on the bottom shelf, and when people were trying to reach something on the shelf above it, they would step on the cans, which is, you know, when you're in the warehouse, you're just thinking about it as just like a block to climb on. But when you think about it, and you think about the drinks that you guys get from the gas station or from the store that are, you know, just open, like exposed cans, and you think about how many people have stepped on it or touched it, that's where my brain kind of kicks off. If you guys deal with OCD, maybe you guys can understand some of this, but there's a bunch of different sub-genres of OCD: checking, magical numbers, magical thoughts, intrusive thoughts, just a bunch of stuff like that. I do have a little bit of everything when it comes to OCD, and one of those things, I guess it's intrusive thoughts, but I think of everything all the time, always, and I don't know how better to put it. Everything, everywhere, all at once. So when I get a can of soda, I think about, oh, dead deer. So when I get a can of soda, I think about, how did this get to me? I got it from the gas station. And who stocked it into that fridge at the gas station? Before it was stocked into that fridge, it was on a truck. Before it was on that truck, who grabbed it and put it on the truck? Before they grabbed it from the pallet that went onto the truck, you know, who stocked it in there? And the factory, it's like, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And most people just don't think about it. They're like, ooh, can of soda, I'm thirsty, boom, that's it. That's the end of the thought. But my stupid fucking brain is like, let's trace this entire fucking lineage back. And when it comes to jokes and being quick-witted and pop culture references and all that stuff, it's fantastic. If you guys watch the MeWen videos of me and Do, they're so fucking quick because of that. Anytime any word is mentioned, my brain is like a Google autofill search where you say surprisingly, and my brain is like, starts auto searching like, did you mean this? And then it goes through everything that like could possibly involve this word or parts of this word, and it just goes on. I have pop culture references and jokes and everything at the tip of my disposal at all times always. So when it comes to being funny and making content, it's fantastic. When it comes to just functioning on a daily basis, god damn it, it is exhausting. When it comes to being in a relationship, and I want to be very clear, I am not saying that people are objects, okay? Let me be very clear. But the way that my brain works, I try to not date people that I know have physically been with someone else that I know, or I guess when it comes to like people that I date, if I know their exes or people that they have physically been with, this is not like me being a like childish piece of shit. I understand I am a very jealous and possessive person, and I think that comes from where has this person been before me. I know I'm not going to find someone that has never been with anyone. I don't expect that. I think that once I have a mental image of the person that they've been with, then it starts to feed my intrusive thoughts, and I can like recreate the fucking crime scene in my head. And it is horrible. It is a horrible way to live. And it's not something I do on purpose. I'm, working on it through therapy. I'm also taking a bunch of medication to help the OCD and help the intrusive thoughts. And it's something I'm working on. But if any of you guys deal with this, hopefully hearing me say that I deal with this shit too makes you feel not so alone. If no one in the world else feels like this and it's just me, then well, fuck. Maybe the worst case or best case scenario, it helps you feel better about not being so fucking crazy, because it is not the greatest way to live, but it's something that I deal with on a daily basis. OCD is a huge thing. I've always been OCD germaphobe, but once COVID hit and once I became full-time content creator living on my own completely, I was able to control every little bit of my environment. So everything was exactly how I need it all the time, always. So I'm trying to think of like little examples of like the germaphobe stuff. So, for example, I get Uber Eats quite a lot, and I think about this bag of McDonald's that I get. This bag of McDonald's has been sitting in someone's car, and on that seat, someone's fucking ass has been sweating and farting and shitting and all this stuff. And then before that, the bag was in McDonald's on a counter that has fucking maybe raw meat, has fucking dirt and grease and all this stuff. And I'm gonna take this bag that has been all over the fucking world and sit it on my desk where my hands are and where I'm touching my face and like putting my arms. Like, I don't like that. I also like, I'm a big person for outside clothes. So if I've been out of my house, if I've sat down somewhere that is not my bed or my chair, my gaming chair, I do not sit back in those places unless I've showered and put on clean clothes. There are people out there, and I'm sorry, this is a trigger warning, there are people out there that will get off of an airplane and come home and sit in their bed. They'll lay in their bed after being on an airplane. Ugh, I don't get it. I don't get it. But that is something that I cannot do. I am huge fucking germaphobe. And it is, when I'm by myself, it's fine, but when I, live with other people or have significant others around me and they kind of have to navigate my fucking shit, it's a little bit more difficult. So again, if you guys deal with stuff like that, I feel your pain. As for other stuff like magical numbers and checking and stuff like that, I have certain numbers that I kind of do things in. Like if I'm tapping on something, if I'm flipping a switch or something, then, it's 1, 2, there's certain numbers that are okay and certain numbers that aren't, and there's a connection in my brain to what is okay and what's not and the reason behind it. I won't go too much into that because that's my own special weird fucking superstition shit, and I don't want to bore you guys with that and make you guys think I'm more weird than I already am that you guys have gathered from this video. There is one instance in my laundry room. We have like an accordion door. It's like a plastic fucking door that kind of folds, and there's magnets that when you close the door, they line up like perfectly like this. I would always like make sure that they close perfect, and if they don't and they go like this, I freak out. So one day I was trying to do that and I was like in a rush, and rather than like they go like this and I just push it into place, I have to fully open it again and then close it and then open it and close it until I get it perfect. And I was sat there, no joke, for 20, there's no one driving that car. I sat there for 20 minutes. Hi dog. Hi buddy. I sat there for 20 minutes trying to get it right. And I know that sounds goofy to people that don't deal with that kind of shit. It's just what my brain told me that I had to do. And if I didn't do that, if I didn't close it perfectly and I just carried on with my day, something bad was going to happen. And it's so, again, I keep like covering my own ass. To people that don't deal with this shit, it's just like, dude, just fucking get over it and close the door. Like, you're fucking, it's so stupid. And it is. It feels so goofy. It feels so embarrassing. This is why I don't talk about it a lot. I'll say it in passing on streams or on videos or on Instagram, like, I have OCD, but that's it. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I have OCD. I like when stuff is in alphabetical order, or I like the tag at the bottom of my bed. Cool. You know, everyone's got their own thing, but my OCD it's not harder or more difficult or better than anyone else's. I didn't get fucking OCD plus and premium that's like, you know, makes me better than anyone else. But I do deal with a lot, and it's not just the cute, quirky, like, you know, I like my cover on this side of the bed. I wish it was that simple and I could just move on, but this is just how my brain works. And I'm experimenting with different meds through like my therapy and psychiatry to kind of target that OCD, to calm it down and make it not such a life and death situation in my brain. But, you know, it takes a lot of trial and error. So again, if you guys deal with stuff like this and you feel comfortable enough to do so, let me know in the comments. So you guys know you're not alone, and I know that I'm not alone, I guess. But yeah, that's some stuff that I deal with. I've also dealt with a lot of depression, which is kind of just the norm at this point. Maybe not to older generations. You know, I've told my parents, like, oh, I'm depressed, and they're like, you live in a house, you got food, what you can't be depressed. But depression is a very real thing, and sometimes you don't have a reason for it, and it's not something that needs a reason. It's just, you know, sometimes it's chemical imbalance, sometimes it's trauma, sometimes it's stuff that you need to process and work through on your own. And you know, we're working on that as well. I won't get into it too much in this video. If you guys want me to talk about it more in depth, I can. And I feel completely fine doing it. I just don't want to bring down the mood without, like, I guess, warning you guys. But if you guys want to hear more about depression and self-harm and suicide and stuff like that, we can talk about it. Again, I don't want to just like, oh hey, kill yourself kind of shit just out of nowhere. But I have my fair share of experience with depression, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. Even though I have a very privileged life of being able to fucking talk to a camera or play music for a living, yes, I too have issues that I deal with, because guess what? I'm a human. I know there's people on the internet that don't understand that. It's like, why can't you just pump out 20 Omegle videos every day? Like, who cares what people are saying to you and how they make you feel? Like, you're just a robot, you're just a machine to pump out content. But believe it or not, I am indeed a human. So I do feel things sometimes. And hopefully my fucking rambling about some of the stuff that I deal with, you know, has resonated with someone. If you guys got issues that you deal with and you feel comfortable talking about it, shit, come into stream, talk to me about it. Come into Discord, I'll fucking talk to you about it. Like, talking about things is very good for you. But yeah, so I think that's it for my rambling right now. I'm gonna keep on cruising. If you guys have anything that you want to talk about, if you guys have stuff that you want to hear me talk about, please, Instagram, Discord, Twitch, YouTube, let me know. I can pump out these videos as much as you guys want, assuming I have my bike working. As long as you guys give me stuff to talk about. And we can talk about mental health all month if you guys want to. That's kind of it. Before I go, the reason that my bike is going to be out of commission for a week or two, I'm getting a new exhaust, I'm getting my ECU tuned, and I think that's it for now. I really am looking to get this thing recolored. I messed around in Photoshop a little bit and changed the colors on the bike. I'll show you guys this right now. And oh my god, if this thing was blacked out with red rims, whoo! Sorry if that hurts your ears, but goddamn, thing's looking clean. So hopefully we can get that done this year, sooner rather than later. But again, thank you guys for watching. If you're not following on Instagram and TikTok already, please go do so. I post very regularly and also ask your guys' opinion on stuff for content and, you know, stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay on the dark side.